Oh yes, we're here. We're back. Hi everybody. It's your buddy Uncle Bruce. I got my Rugman shirt on today. Yoink! Welcome one and all to the Stock Markets with Bruce channel, where we try to explain what's going on in plain English in the markets without, trying to confuse you with too many fancy words and expressions and stuff. So welcome to the party. Those of you who are trying to quit your jobs, trying to get away from bad bosses, trying to just improve your lifestyle, lower stress in your lives. Those of you who want to take control of your finances and not be subject to uncertain times. You figured out by hanging out here, you figured out maybe I should write some options on my stock or on my what I own in my account. Many of you did not know 2 years ago you could have been for years writing options on stocks you've owned over years and years and years and hauled in gazillions of dollars in dividends, or not dividends, in premiums, option premiums that you could have used to buy more stock in companies you enjoyed or want to buy into, or would have greatly reduced any losses you were suffering in markets that were dropping, or greatly added to gains that you were making. And for a number of you, I know, and it's only human nature, you're going to look at, you look back 10 years and go, if I'd have known what I know now by hanging out with this bald, homeless guy wearing a Rugman t-shirt, if I'd have hung out with this guy 10 years ago, if I'd have been able to meet him somehow and had this knowledge of how the options markets work, I could have been doing this a decade ago. I would have been out of my job. Within a couple of years, I'd have been out of there. I would have been self-employed now for 8+ years. I would, in effect, be semi-retired because I'm only looking after my own financial affairs and I don't work for anybody else. If only. Well, it's never too late. I mean, really, it's really never too late. Here we are. You go around once. YouTube is here. I'm here. You're here. Everything just seemed to work, that we found each other. The mesh is here. And a number of you have figured out, Bruce, this option writing thing you keep talking about really is juicy stuff. I had no idea it is this juicy, but now I understand a lot of things I had no idea was going on out there. I have a much clearer idea of what is going on in regards to the economy at large. By the way, speaking of the economy, U.S. initial jobless claims rise 11,000 to 239,000 in the last week. And producer price index increase over the past 12 months slows to 2.7 from 4.9. The yearly rate deaccelerates to 3.6 from 4.5. The markets love this kind of news because the markets are thinking, hey, maybe inflation is backing off in certain areas here and there, and maybe, just maybe, the Feds might not have to be so aggressive with rate hikes. Maybe they can ease off here. Stocks are making a move right now. Stock futures leap as another report points to cooling inflation. I don't have the actual number. I'm showing a 10-point gain on the Dow. I don't think I'm accurate. It could be quite a bit more than that. Anyway, we'll always take good news, and we don't fear the upside. We welcome it, but we don't fear it. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, okay, so let's talk about something else that I wanted to bring up this morning. I talk about how we, mentioning here about making money writing options that you never thought you could make, and you never knew this world existed, and it does. There are lessons available on how to become an option writer. Look, just, if you're new here and you've just stumbled across this face for radio guy, and you're asking yourself, what kind of video does this guy make? He's holding a cup of coffee in a holder and he doesn't even keep it off screen. Talk about unprofessional presenter. This guy, why am I here? Well, just listen to the words. All right, listen to the words. The image might not work for you, but The reason that you're here is that there are ways for you to make money in the market that have never been offered to you by any brokerage firm that you've ever dealt with. I can attest that to that because I was in the business from 1979 until just a few years ago, and never did any of the firms I ever worked through or with promote what I'm talking to you guys about, which is writing options on either shares you own, ETFs you've got, or options you have. In other words, you could own deep in the money options known as leaps, and you can write synthetic options against those. You need to know how this works and what this actually is all about, because you know jack squat about how options perform and what they are and how they actually, appreciate, depreciate, and how you can take advantage of the options market because you're a shareholder of stock. Um, and so what have I done? I've created classes on my website um, to guide you. I steer you there, but I admit, I'm the first guy to admit to you. You can go anywhere for advice. Well, not anywhere. You can go to many places for advice and knowledge on how to write options and what options are, because there are gazillions of people out there who have YouTube channels and not. They have podcasts, they write website reports, they're analysts. There's a ton of what we call educators out there who would be more than happy to have you learn all about the options market through their uh, courses, through their ebooks, through their subscription programs, and blah, blah, blah. I'm just another one of them. I really am. But I think the difference here is number one, um, I'm not a trader of stocks. Like, I don't buy and sell stocks or write options myself. I'm not in the market. That's why you don't see screens all around me with tickers and stuff. I don't trade anything, and so I'm just relaying to you my 40, coming up to 45 years experience in this business. That's all I'm just regurgitating to you all of my knowledge that I gained through those years. All the mistakes I've made, I'm trying to keep you away from those. Keep you going forward. Um, there are all kinds of outfits out there who will want to sell you courses on or make you try to get you to become a member of their club or something like that. And you can get in for almost free or virtually nothing, and then you can pay more. And I do charge money. Oh, I admit it. I have classes that you can buy $150 a class. I have 15 of them now. I mean, 15 classes. It took me almost 2 years to make them, but they're available on my website. I do have a deal right now. You can get 5 for the price of 4, so $650 worth of classes for $599. That is true. Um, and I just did class number 15 on Saturday, just this past Saturday. This is Thursday. And my editor let me know the class will be finished later today. I think later today. So hopefully by tomorrow, I will get copies of the class out to all of you who were in the class, and then those of you who've started to order the class from me through this buy 5 for the price of 4 deal. Hopefully through the weekend, all of you will get your classes. And then the number 15 class will be available on the website anytime you want, individually. What I don't make you do is I don't make you commit to a multi-$1,000 commitment to learn how to do anything in options. I don't do that. You can watch me for nothing here and just sit there and drink your coffee and listen to this old man speak and decide for yourself whether I know what I'm talking about. You can then try to fact check me as much as you want and see if a call option is really a call option and call option writing is really call option writing. You can do all that. You can also become an active member of this channel if you want. You can become a member of this channel and become one of these folks here with your name in green type with an avatar beside it. And you can then comment on this channel during market hours. Right now, anyone can comment, but during market hours, members only. I'd love to have you for that. I'm on the air 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, when the markets are open at 8:30 Eastern right now for 2 hours. 1 hour before the opening, 1 hour during the opening, and I'm also on the air every morning around 8 in the morning for a pre-alert show just for these guys, the members of this channel that are Gold Bagel members. So you can become a regular member for $10 a month, Gold Bagel member, $25 a month, and get 5 additional shows from yours truly, including another one, Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock, prime time with Uncle Bruce. We did that last night for Gold Bagel members only. And last night, people were talking a lot about writing options and different options, different stocks that we were talking about. We went into some stuff yesterday. This is what happens every Wednesday night. The Gold Bagel members that are really into option writing and learning about it, getting more confident about it, they show up Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock because the markets are closed. And I can relax and just shoot the breeze with you guys. You can ask me any questions you like. And a lot of people pick up a lot of tips on Wednesday nights. And of course, first thing in the morning for the alert shows. So if you'd like to become a Gold Bagel member, I'd love to have you. This channel does not survive on advertising from YouTube. I know that practically every one of you guys who want to watch me get an ad first. You have to watch an ad. Maybe it's 5 seconds, you can skip it, or it's 15 seconds, you can't skip it. I know that. But look, right now, while I'm talking, there are 105 people watching this guy. That's all there is, 105 people. And people on this channel make money, which is the dumbfounding thing for some. People go, how come there's a guy on YouTube who helps people make money in the markets, even though the markets are going, and he only has 105 viewers 11 minutes into his show? Because writing options is a unique thing. It is a specialty. It is not the norm. I will say I'm pretty confident when I say 99% of you who are writing options today because of my channel over the last 2 years, you've been introduced to this. 99% of you had never done it before. Most of you had no idea that you could do it. Many of you didn't know what options really were. You'd heard of them, you'd heard the word, but what you thought you knew, you didn't know. And then when you began to figure out what options actually are and how they actually work, and then you could actually write them and buy them back for a lot less money, then you went, this can't be real. This ain't legit, man. There's no way this is allowed. And all of a sudden, the revelation hits, the awakening occurs, and people go, my God, I can't believe it. And now, welcome to the party. You are doing what institutions have been doing for decades and do in spades, writing options and offering gamblers out there an opportunity to gamble on stock that you happen to own. And they pay you a hefty premium to not have to buy the stock. They'd rather buy an option from you to buy the stock at their leisure. And they'll pay you a handsome premium. It's like going to Vegas and going to a slot machine. You walk into the Bellagio. It's a beautiful place. The water fountains are out front. It's a great place. You want to sit and play a nickel machine with 20 lines on it. What do you got to do first? What's the first thing you have to do with that machine? You got to put money in it. That's what you got to do. So you put a $20 bill in there, hit maximum lines, maximum bet, hit the button, you're throwing $5 a roll into a slot machine. You got 4 rolls. You better make money in 4 or you're out of your $20 bill. A lot of people go to Vegas and throw in hundreds of dollars, $100 bills every 15, 20 minutes just to see if they get lucky on a nice roll. And some do, not all. Casino makes money all the time. It's wonderful. I'm turning people here into casino owners. That is the bottom line. This channel has turned thousands of viewers into casino operators. And they've taken the other side of the stock market. They realized, once they become option writers, they realized that for all their investment lives, they were on the casino floor where all the gambling is done. And the sure bets, the guys making the dough money time after time, the winners, were upstairs looking down through peepholes or through cameras on monitors, watching the gamblers put money in their slot machines. You can be the owner of your own casino by becoming a follower of this channel if you wish. You can certainly take the classes, and you will really pick up very quickly. The first 5 classes you take, you will quickly pick up the lingo around here. You'll understand what we're talking about pretty well. The next 5 classes, you will understand a lot of strategies that are going on. You will understand a lot of the minutia of the market. The next 5 classes, you will learn how to maximize earnings. You will learn how to Read your opponent. You are trying to extract money from gamblers. You have got to understand their heads. You've got to understand what's in those minds. And yet you might say to yourself, well, I was a gambler, Bruce. I used to gamble. I used to buy and sell stock options, not knowing what the hell I was doing. Yeah, that's part of them. But there are also stock option buyers and sellers who do know what they're doing. And yet you've got to be better than they are. You have got to get past the first 50 percentile of knowledge of everybody else. Of all the people in the market, in the option market, you have to know more than 51% of everyone else around you. And if you are going to become an option writer, you're going to study the techniques of option writing, which means you will be picking up a whole lot of info that a lot of option people had no idea they should have even thought to pay attention to. Didn't occur to them because they're blinded by all the lights in the casino. I mean, how many people walk into a casino and see all the bright lights and hear all the bells and all the music going on, and they're just in another world, and they drop hundreds of dollars into 10, 20 slot machines in a day, and they're $2,000 in the hole before they even realize, I just got here yesterday, I'm already down $2,000. Yeah, well, there you go. That's why the casinos do so very well, because the gamblers are uneducated and are not aware of the subtleties of what is going on. And that is the case with the options market. You have got to understand so much about the options market. And that's what my lessons are about. So if you are serious about quitting your day job early, you think you are searching for a home-based business that you can run, and you've saved up money through your employer, you have a 401k or an IRA now with some money in it or some assets in it, or you were just laid off from a company, blah, 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 after how many years, you got a severance package, and you're sitting there going, what do I do now? What do I do with myself? You may want to investigate the idea of managing your own assets and managing them wisely. And the thing you're going to figure out, just doing some independent research, I tell you, go out to Google and just enter in there, stock option writing or anything like that. You'll get all kinds of search results. And some of them will tell you that option writing is a very conservative strategy where investors can get themselves insurance. They give themselves insurance against their positions, and they guard against sudden drops of value on their portfolios by writing options. Writing options is a conservative strategy. And I am not asking you to investigate the idea of risking everything you've ever put together and blowing it all on one wild trade that might go to the moon or might not. That is not what option writing is. Option writing is a marathon race where you grind money out of the market all the time. You constantly take money out of the market. And I can tell you, I know for a fact that 99.9% of you who have ever found me never realized that could be done in the stock market. Many of you all thought, well, you buy stock and hold it for years, and the dividends come in, and it should go up in value because the company gets larger, becomes more profitable, and I buy mutual funds or I buy ETFs, and I just put my money into a pool of money and I let those guys run it, and that's it. Others of you go, well, I'm in a hurry to get rich, and so I'm looking for the hot stock of the week. What's the hot rumor today? What's AI all about? What's artificial intelligence all about? How can I get rich on that? I want to become Steve Jobs overnight. How do I get rich? And then those of you who come around here and hang out here a little while realize this guy says the same damn thing every damn day. He doesn't. He's always the same. He always talks about taking money out of the market every day, every week, every month by writing call options, stock options. This all this guy does. It's the same. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe you should have some consistency in your life and get away from the ups and the downs and all the wackiness out there. Stay on the highway that is paying your bills and exploit it. The best thing about the options market, no matter how good you get at it, no matter how large you think your account is, you are a nothing burger. I don't care if you got $1 million in the market, you're a nothing burger. You got 5 million, you're a nothing burger. This market is trillions in size, trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions in size. And there are no viewers ever on this channel that have any impact on the stock, on the options market. None of them. Some of you think you do, but you don't. You're really not. The options market is massive, and it is populated by worldwide traders. Many computers. There are many computers trading the options market on behalf of institutions that have programmers running it. It is a huge business, just like the equity market, the stock market, when stocks trade. It's huge. The options market is huge. The bond market is even bigger, and there are futures on that. So, welcome to the party, pal. And you can get lost in this world of the options market so quickly. You can be overwhelmed with information that will just make you go, I will never understand this. I really, no way am I going to figure it out. My advice to any of you who are new to this, and it's the same message I give you every day. My advice, make a gamble $150 of your hard-earned money and acquire lesson number 1 from my website. $150 is what it's going to cost you. It's about a 2-hour class. It was done live. You'll notice, it's just like this. He's just sitting there, and he's got a whiteboard behind him. There's one actually just over here. You see that whiteboard thing? You see a whiteboard behind me, and I'm just talking in plain English about what options are, how they work. And then you'll hear a voice every once in a while. Oh, that's Auntie Jen. That's Uncle Bruce's hot Jennifer Aniston lookalike wife that we never get to see on camera, but she is apparently one hottie. And you hear her voice, and she interrupts him while he's doing his classes. Of course, when your wife looks like that, you let her interrupt you. I mean, what am I going to stop my Jennifer Aniston lookalike wife from not talking? Are you kidding me? I'm going to listen to everything she says. In any event, you're going to come to my website, and you're going to find it right here. You're going to see the class. It says classes up in the top right. You're going to click on that. And you're going to see these options right here, these classes. Lesson number 1, how to buy, call, and put stock options. I mean, we're talking simple. Number 2, how to write, call, and put stock options. That's where it starts. And it goes from there all the way to lesson number 15 now. Advanced strategies. You guys start with class number 1. Put $150 on the table. Watch that class. Watch it again. If you don't get it, or you kind of watch it again. Go into class number 2, follow that class, watch number 1 again, watch number 2 again. Just become familiar with what we're chatting about here all the time. It is actually, you'll quickly figure out it's not that complicated. It's actually, I'm actually kind of figuring this out. And as I said before, for many of you, there comes a point in time where the epiphany happens, and you go, I get it. I get what this guy is talking about. Now I see what they're all excited about out there. This is why options exist. Oh, I get it. Now I know why the gamblers are going there. Because gamblers can gamble on Apple stock for pennies on the dollar. I mean, to buy Apple shares are $160-something each. Tesla, $182 a share. You want to play Tesla for pennies on the dollar? You can do it through options. And then you realize, but I could write a Tesla option, or an Apple option, or a Gamestop option, or a Cisco, or Pfizer, or what? I mean, it's limitless. I could write options on all kinds of stock and be paid premiums to give people the opportunity to gamble on these stocks. Whoa, this is a whole different ballgame. I never knew this existed. Welcome to this party, pal. If you're serious about becoming an option writer, and you really want to take control of your investments and not leave them with invisible professionals wherever the hell they are, then let them take their fees and their cut of the profits. All profits are yours. All fees are yours. Well, this is how you can. This is one way you can do it, through this guy right here. Okay, now enough of that. Just again, last point. I try to make last points. I don't know if I can do this very well. First of all, this is on here. Buy 5 classes for the price of 4. For those of you who've been here a while and you've taken 4 or 5 classes already, but you've been saying to yourself, the next time he has a deal, I'm going to buy a bunch of his classes because he doesn't do this very often. And I'm going to take advantage of this. And a number of you out there are saying to yourself, I've watched 7 classes. I got to watch the other 8. And he just did number 15. This is your chance to order 5 classes. What do? You go to my PayPal account, which is down below. You'll find it down below. And you make a donation of $599 US. And you then send me a private email. This is what you have to do. You send me a private email right here, brucestrong@hotmail.com. The link is down below in the description of these live shows. And you say, Bruce, Uncle Bruce, I just sent you $599.99. Here are the 5 classes I would like to have you send me. I will send you links personally to the 5 you want. And you might say to me, I want lesson number 15. As soon as it's available, I want that. I want lesson number 12, 11, 7, 3, whatever 5 you want. It doesn't matter. In any order you want them. I will then send you the 5 you like. And now you got them. You can watch them whenever you want, as many times as you want, and away you go. So, all right. So that is available to you. And if you truly are going to become self-employed or retire more comfortably, perhaps retire earlier than you thought you could retire because you're building the value of your IRA through this method here, fabulous. I'm a happy guy. There are 80,000 members or subscribers of this channel. I don't think all 80,000 write options. I think several thousand do, but not 80,000. But it's not for everybody. You're going to find out very quickly if you take my classes and you start writing options yourself, and then you try to talk to your best friend about it, or your friend at work, or a relative you haven't seen in a while, an old pal that you're catching up with at some kind of college reunion or whatever the hell it is, high school reunion. They're going to ask you, oh, what do you do? And you're going to say, oh, I'm retired. I write options for a living now. And they go, oh, what's that? And you will attempt to tell them what you do, and you're going to quickly find out the reality of why is it there are only 152 now. Right up on my screen right there. It says it there. I think on your screen it might say it here. There's 152 people watching me right now. Not 15,200 people watching me right now. 152. Because the art of writing call options is a skill that not everyone can master. And very few people actually want to invest any time into it. I get it. I've known this for 45 years. In today's world, who out there has time on their hands to spend 5 or 10 hours a week to want to learn about option writing? And I'm just throwing 5 or 10 hours a week as a number. It doesn't have to be that. It can be more or less. I hear it all the time from my viewers who say to me, I talked to a relative I thought for sure would want to do this. For sure. I've been writing calls and making money. And I said to this person, I'm going to see you next weekend. I'm going to tell you about what I'm doing. You're going to want to do this. And you were certain. And then they threw you an excuse why they wouldn't do it. And you couldn't believe it. That, well, I don't have the time. I'm too busy. I'm too busy hating my job. I have all these bills. I'm just getting by. I'm living paycheck to paycheck, and I'm exhausted. I just don't have the time to learn this stuff. Well, sometimes you have to prioritize your future and your existing life. And there comes a time in all of our lives where we have to put our foot down and say to ourselves, enough of this garbage. Stop this or stop that and do this. You have to prioritize something in your life. Now, sometimes it's relationships. Sometimes it's with the kids. It's with your spouse. Sometimes it's with yourself. It's with your whatever. I mean, your golf game, your religion, your hobby. I don't know. Eventually, there comes a time, from time to time, where we have to change our lifestyle and our priorities. And the older we get, there comes a day in all of our lives when you say to yourself, I have to grow up now. I have to become a grown-up now. My days of being a rambunctious moron are over. I have to now step it up, and some people are good at that, and some are not. This idea of becoming an option writer, you have to step up. You really do. You have to make a commitment, and you have to say to yourself, I'm going to give this 3 months. I'm going to put so much time into this, X amount of time. I'm going to watch his show in the morning. I'm going to listen to what he says. I'm going to take a class here, maybe one class a week or so, maybe 2 a week. Every weekend I'll do these classes. Every Saturday from 10 in the morning until 2 o'clock is Uncle Bruce study time. That, whatever it is, whatever works for you, and nothing else matters. And I'm going to do this for 3 months, just like a college course. I'm going to go to college, and I'm going to take the course that Uncle Bruce has put out there. And in 3 months, I'll know, and maybe even 30 days, I'll know. But in 3 months, I'll have given it a shot to see if there's something really here, and let's go from there. And I say, good on you. Put a little bit into it. I know for a fact, the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. It's an old expression. Everyone says it, okay? Everyone says, I hate the expression in a way, but it's true. The more you dedicate yourself to understanding how options work, the more you'll understand it. The more you understand it, the easier it gets to learn even more about it. And that's the other best thing about it. It's like a Lego game. Once you've got the foundation of that Lego thing done, you're just adding pieces on top of the Lego thing. And it's just becoming more and more beautiful all the time. Somebody walks in in your room and goes, oh, wow, what are you building? It's already this high. This is awesome. For you, it's just, I'm just putting another brick on this. I know what you're all excited about, because you haven't stopped, walked out of the room and come back in and went, oh, wow, look at my Lego. I've really got something going here. That's what happens with this option writing program. Option writing is an accumulation of knowledge. And the more you figure it out, the more you're going to get it. And then you realize, I can do this. And it doesn't matter how much money you have. You don't need $1 million to do this. You don't need $10,000 to do this. You can do this with $1,000. You really can. And if you want to make a difference in your life, you're going to make arrangements with your assets to set them up in a way so that you can write options. Again, it's a total commitment that you will make when you're ready to make it, when you're comfortable to make it, because you'll have the confidence to go, I know I can do this. And this gang that I'm hanging out with over here, these regulars, these members, these people know what they're talking about. There's a reason why Bruce has members on his channel that have been members for over 2 years. Now approaching 25 months coming up. In 3 days, it'll be 25 months that I started offering up memberships to this class, to this channel. The thing also you'll figure out is if you do take the courses, Jen, you'll hear Auntie Jen mention to me, I got a question here, and you'll hear her mention the name of the questioner from time to time, and you'll go, oh yeah, they're there. I talk to them every day. They're talking to him all the time. That's right. The class, all 15 lessons had people in the class. They're here. They're still here. They haven't really gone anywhere. They're graduates now, and they took class 15. They will watch class 15 if they weren't here live. They will be here for 16. They will be here for 17. This is an ongoing thing. We're never done. We're continuing to learn and explore and expand our knowledge about how this works. And we don't let any of the distractions get in our way. We just don't stop. And I welcome you to the party. Okay, now I want to talk to you about something that I read this morning that just it kind of pisses me off. But is the world perfect? No. For some, maybe, not for all. But I read something today that I thought was pretty dang interesting, and I thought I'd mention it to you. First of all, cheers to all of you from around the world who are here. Please say hi to me. Thank you for those of you who have, without me even having to mention it, you are already hitting the thumbs up button for my show today. You watch me on the rerun, you automatically hit the thumbs up button every time. I never have to ask, beg, plead with you to do it. I thank you. Thank you for letting me know what number you are when you do hit the thumbs up button. It just encourages others out there who go, oh, shoot, I forgot to give them a thumbs up. It wakes them the hell up, and helps me out. We try to get 200 thumbs ups for every show we do in the morning, and we generally get it. Certainly, we get it with rerunners. We have 106 thumbs ups right now, already going, and I thank you all. And if you're able to hit that thumbs up button, please do. I appreciate it. All right, the story I read today was on MarketWatch. Any one of you can go see it if you want. It was on the front page of MarketWatch, and it had to do with 4 companies listed on the, I believe, all Dow 30 companies, that the shares of these 4 companies have done rather well from 2016 to 2019-20. And senior management of these companies did rather well as well. The shares did well, but the 4 companies themselves didn't actually burn the house down with results. Hang on. Gotta have a swig of the Joe to keep it going. That's good. Here's the story. 4 companies. Here they are: McDonald's, Caterpillar, Boeing, and the 3M Company. These 4 entities borrowed a ton of money through 2016 to 2019. Many companies borrowed a ton of money, but these 4 combined borrowed over $100 billion from the bond market, the corporate bond market. This is not an earth-shattering announcement. The amount of money might be shattering. It's a huge amount of money, but corporate America, corporate Canada, corporate UK, corporate Europe borrowed money through 2010 to 2020. No problem whatsoever. It was almost free. It was definitely free if you compared it to what inflation was during those years. Inflation under 2% and you're borrowing money at 1%, that's called free money, all right? These 4 corporations borrowed over $100 billion. These 4 corporations underperformed economically in the Dow 30. They did not have stellar years in those years. They did not set all-time sales records. They did not establish new goalposts for excellence. They all made money. They all, McDonald's sold burgers and fries and Coke. I mean, there's no problem there. But they had management issues. People came and went. Caterpillar had its issues. The Boeing with its planes falling out of the sky for no reason and tried to repair them. I mean, they all had issues, okay? But, they survived and they continue on. And here we are today, 2023, and they're alive and well, and they're moving on down the highway. However, what did these 4 companies do with the majority of this $100+ billion of cash? Did they borrow the money to build new factories? Did they borrow the money to build new locations? Did they borrow the money to make their businesses larger? In other words, did they invest the money into their businesses to grow their businesses, hire a bunch of people, and become a much more powerful organization? No, they did not. What did they do with the dough? They bought back their stock. They were in the middle of and continued to be actively promoting and pushing the deal of buying back their own shares on the open market. Were they the only ones? No, they weren't the only ones. I'm not picking on these guys because I don't like them. Corporate America does this, but these 4, it gets interesting. These 4 companies were buying back stock on the open market while their performance was waning, while they were not delivering on the upper end of sales and profitability. And what they ended up doing was they were able to report quarter after quarter, year after year, higher earnings per share. Why were they able to do? How were they able to do that? Because there were fewer shares in existence. They were buying back more stock than was being issued by the corporation through stock options. And therefore, by lowering the number of shares outstanding and even having a mediocre year of earnings, they made more money per share because there were fewer shares to divide the money into. And this allowed the company to aggressively buy up their stock year after year after year after year. Over $100 billion worth of money went into the market for these four stocks. That meant they moved up their stock price, held it up, and kept moving it up. And they kept coming out with quarter after quarter of higher earnings per share results. And that allowed the PE multiple to stay where it was, and the stock price kept going up. At the same time that all this was going on, the senior management of these corporations were acquiring massive amounts of stock options as their pay equity. They're getting a salary to show up. You get so much money to come to work, and then you get benefits like health care, and you get a car allowance if you're high enough up in management, travel allowance, all the perks that senior management of big corporations get, of course. But they also received gobs of stock options. And these guys, they knew something that we didn't know. They knew that they were going to direct these companies to borrow billions upon billions upon billions of dollars, year in and year out and year in and year out, to use the money to buy stock on the open market to keep the stock price up and make it go even higher, knowing the whole time that their options that they were granted, which they put it together themselves, they're guaranteed winners. If you are the president of a company, a vice president of the company, or a director of the company, if you have an option for 1 million shares of stock every year for 5 years in a row, and the option is at least $5 to $10 below the stock price by the time you can exercise your options because you're buying all the stock with the company money, you're a guaranteed winner. You got 5 million shares in options, and you're up 5, 10, 15 bucks a share on all of it. You think some of these guys became wealthy? Oh, yeah. Did they ever become wealthy? And I'm talking about folks who had options from, 10,000 shares, 50,000 shares, 100,000 shares, 250,000 shares, million shares, and more. Tons and tons and tons of paper available to these guys over year after year after year. Because once you're a senior manager of these top outfits, you never leave. You are what the Senate and the Congress is in the U.S. government. You never leave. You get reelected, and you never ever walk away. And so these top end executives of all these companies and many others, but these four in particular, scored billions of dollars in personal gains as a collective group. And they did it on the back of the companies themselves that borrowed $100+ billions of dollars to buy back a whack of paper over years and years and years to run it higher. And article's author quoted was saying, this is a thinly veiled stock price manipulation scheme. That's what these were. All four of them were thinly veiled stock manipulation schemes. I don't think the Congress of the United States is going to have an investigation into this. They did have an investigation into Gamestop's trading and Robinhood when, you couldn't buy your own stock. You could only sell it. You watched your GameStop go from 300 down to 100 a share. They called an investigation into that, and they blamed retail investors for creating the hype in the first place. But here, there's no investigation going on here. There is no SEC investigation into this. There will not be an SEC investigation into any of this, because this is common practice. This is how business is done in Wall Street. Remember, if you're a Wall Street banker, you make money every angle there is. You're the guy who's, your company, your bank is helping these public companies raise money in the bond market. That's the first thing they do. They go to pension funds and ETFs and in other institutional investors, and they'll find billions of dollars of cash to be lent to publicly traded companies who will out and out admit, oh, we're funding our stock buyback program. Well, yeah, our board of directors just approved a $5 billion buyback of stock. We laid off 10,000 people. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to buy back $2 billion worth of stock. We're out and out saying it. On top of the $5 billion we've already bought back, we're going to just keep buying stock back. IBM bought back 40% of all the stock they ever issued over a 20-year time frame. They stopped doing that about 4 or 5 years ago. Apple buys its stock back all the time. 90 billion a year. 90 billion a year for Apple. Just Apple. Okay. These four combined were buying over 100 billion worth of their stock back, but they weren't as big as Apple. So that 100 billion really impacted the value of their stock. Wall Street brokers, bankers are making money when they raise the cash on bond issuances. Then they make money advising management on how to handle it. Then they make money with management when they buy back the stock with the money they helped them borrow in the first place. And so the game is a complete 360. Every angle of this program is put together by the folks in Wall Street. And if JP Morgan doesn't do it, Goldman will. And if it's not that outfit, it'll be another huge bank. It'll be Bank of America. You name them all. They're all there. They're all doing it. And they'll all continue to do it because it's legal to do so. All S&P 500 companies, almost all of them, I mean, a huge number of them, buy back their stock. This year, last year, $1 trillion of buybacks were initiated on the markets. And that is why these markets were hitting all-time record highs for 2011 and 12 and 13 and 14 and 15. All through the Obama presidency, the markets were hitting successive highs. Through Trump's presidency, it kept going because the folks in Wall Street were smelling blood in the water. They were smelling opportunity. Opportunity knocks. As soon as Trump won the White House, they knew in Wall Street, those super PACs we used to elect all these right-wing guys, we're gonna run these Republicans right to the tax cut window, and we're gonna make this a juicy deal for corporate America. We're gonna convince the politicians to enact and pass all kinds of tax laws, including low capital gains taxes and everything else. And then they encourage their clients by saying, hey, listen, we just got it all set up for you. We got Washington all primed up to do all kinds of tax cuts for you this next year, the year after, the year after. What you guys need to do is you need to call a board meeting for your corporation, and you need to institute massive stock buyback programs. You have to approve that at the board level. You may have to get that voted on at the annual meeting that you've got coming up. That'll be a joke because you guys control that. And make sure you give yourselves huge, massive stock options because, it's going to be good times. And so corporate America went nuts. It went absolutely nuts. They started raising all kinds of money buying the bond market. They approved stock buybacks. They issued millions of shares of options to all their executives across the board, tens of millions of shares, hundreds of millions of shares. And then the tax cut bill was approved, passed with the Republican-led House and Senate and White House, and corporate America had a field day. And markets kept hitting new all-time highs, and corporate America kept fueling new all-time highs by borrowing money to buy up stock, borrowing money to buy up stock, borrowing money to buy up stock. It was a great system. And the CEOs and the CFOs and the COOs and the assistant CEOs and the assistants and the VPs and the senior VPs and the secretaries and all the employees, a whole bunch of folks through these massive corporations, thousands of employees per company. But the top 1%, the top 5%, these kids scored massive billions of dollars in profits. And what motivation would I have? I mean, think about it. I'm 67 years old. If I am the CEO, say 5 years ago, I'm the CEO of 3M Corporation or whatever, and I've been with the company for 20 years, worked my way up to that position. In the last 7-8 years, I've had this job. And every year, the company is giving me 1 million share stock options. And I've got 5-10 years to exercise them every time. And they just hand me stock and stock and stock. And I get 1 million a year to show up, or 800,000 a year to show up, and $100,000 a year raise, for tough times. Um, I'm 62, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Don't you think that I would take advantage of this offer? I would take all my stock and buy it. Quote, I would buy my stock to sell my stock because I'm allowed to buy it after so many years of vetting and I can do what I want with it. Don't you think I would be talking to the contact that we have at JP Morgan, the very people that helped us raise billions of dollars to buy back the stock? I'm going to call those guys and say, hey, listen, I got 8 million shares that I can buy at $30 a share. They're trading at $80 a share. These guys are going to go, oh yeah, no problem. We'll help you out. We'll give you a loan to buy the stock from the company. Make this a 30-day deal. We'll lend you the money you need to buy all your stock from the company. You'll do your filings, and then you'll do your filings, notice of intention to sell. We know how all these filings work. We have experts in our bank that do this for all of corporate America. And then we'll set you up with a sell. We'll sell the stock for you. You don't have to do anything. We'll help you buy it. We'll help you fund it. We'll help you sell it. Then we'll help you file it all. And then we'll help you with your tax preparation. Because the new tax rules, they're beautiful. And so this is my payout for all the years of service. And so I score $50 a share on 8 million shares, $400 million personal gain, pay a capital gains tax of 15-20% on it. Thank you very much. And I ride into the sunset. I announced that I'm leaving the company for personal reasons to spend more time with my family. And I'm retired now. And my current wife and my ex-wife and the other ex-wife, they're all looked after. My kids and grandkids are all looked after. And I got a bunch of dough. And I happen to have a house in Palm Springs, Palm Desert, called the Christmas house that I only spend 2 weeks at every year because I've got houses everywhere. I'm really well to do. I scored $400 million just on this. There are folks who are scoring much more than that. It is a wonderful system. And so that is what was going on with just these four entities. And management in all four of these companies has changed over dramatically in the last 5-10 years. If you want to look it up. Life is good. Life is good when you're at the top. This is what happens in the marketplace as well as everything else. I'm trying to help you guys score some dough by writing call options against stock like this, or any stock you happen to own, or deep in the money call options on stock like this, or whatever other stocks you own. I'm trying to help you get your share of the pot, your share of the pie, as small as it is. And for some of you, you're looking at me going, Bruce, if you can help me make $2,000 every month on average, you help me make $20,000-$25,000 a year, I will be forever grateful, because this will make such a difference in our household. You have no idea. Others of you have figured out, hey, man, I cannot understand how I won't make at least $50,000 to $100,000 a year doing this. This is massive. I had no idea that I had enough stock already that I've been sitting on for years. I have enough shares that I can write dozens of contracts on this stuff and just get this free money. Free money. I can't believe that I haven't taken advantage of this. Some of you out there are sitting there going, I'm 50 years of age. You're showing me how I can haul in 100, 200,000 a year. So between now and age 65, you are responsible for me taking my retirement fund of whatever it is here to this by the time I'm 65. Here's my payoff. And it doesn't happen where I grow, and then I make the money. No, it's a steady rise all the way up. It's just as much every year, and it just compounds. You get the results immediately, and then you add to the results immediately. There's none of this, well, just wait another year, and then you'll finally get your payoff. No, that's not how this works. It's not back-end loaded. It is a constant cash flow situation. And this is where a lot of you folks have had, what's happened to you is that you've been able to bring capital in from a new source that you never considered before, some of which stays in your IRA, 401k. Others, though, you got dough on the outside. So it's taxable. It's capital gain taxable. But after tax, you guys are taking this money and you are making a difference in your overheads. You are paying off credit card debt Some of you are in hole. We're in the hole. 50 grand, 100 grand in credit card debt. I mean, it was ridiculous. You had 2 car loans, credit card loans, second mortgages. You had stupid loans all over the place. You have eliminated all of it, and you are now finding that your cost of living has dropped by 50%. And it's just the basics of life. Your mortgage is all you're paying on. You're paying your electric bill, your water bill, your gas bill, your insurance premiums. Everything else is paid for. And you make more than that. You've always made more than that. And that extra money, you're just going, I don't know what to do with it. I've never been in a position where I've had 5,000 a month more coming in than I need to live on. This is all new to me. Well, you quickly get used to it, and you quickly begin to add to your ability to write more call options and grow your account even faster. And for some of you, it means I'm quitting my part-time jobs. I have a full-time job and a part-time job. My wife has a part-time job, or she has 2 part-time jobs. We've quit the part-time jobs. We only have a full-time job now. We've quit our full-time jobs, and we only have part-time jobs. We quit all the jobs. We're not working at all for anybody. We're only tending our investments. That's all we do. And for some of you, it has given you the ability to take the handcuffs and get rid of them forever. And you are now free to move about the country. Just like Southwest says, you can go anywhere you want, anytime you want, anywhere you want, including outside the country for exotic trips or just a nice long trip to Europe that we've always wanted to do, that we've never done before. And we now do an annual trip to Europe 3 months at a time. And we're already plotting next year's trip, where we're going to go, and the year after that. It's wide open. So it's whatever you want to make of it. How young are you? How middle-aged are you? How old are you? What's your commitment? None of you are the same. You're all different. I congratulate each and every one of you for hanging around. Look, these kinds of manipulations take place where I'm talking about companies buy stock back and they borrow money to do it, and Wall Street encourages it. It's fees, fees, fees. Baby, there's money being made here. Not only does the president and the CEO of public companies get to use private jets, so do the very bankers that help them become successful CEOs of these outfits. And also the hedge fund managers who are wise enough and smart enough to take advantage of elevated stock prices. They also have private jets too. Look, everybody gets to go to the nicer lifestyle if you're in the club of the market. You find your niche. You're either the legal team, they're in private jets. The senior accountants, they're in private jets. The CEOs, the bankers, and the investors. You are investors in your own right. You are your own entities. You're your own hedge funds. You are your own private institutions. And whether you're writing 1 call option, 5 call options, 10, 20, 40, 150, doesn't matter. You're all independent. You can do it as you like, to whatever degree you want to do it. But it's available to all of you. You have to want it. And so that's it. The same message every day. We never stop making money here. It's as simple as that. And I welcome all of you to the party. I'm glad you're here. Thank you all for popping in and seeing me today. I hope that you have a great day today, another great day tomorrow. Those of you who, as I said, have been members of this channel now for almost 2 years, I can never thank you enough. So grateful for that. Love being here with you guys, and love sharing with you stories of what's going on out there, and try to explain it to you in plain English so you have a handle on what's going on. Thank you, all of you who are members, subscribers, followers, giving us thumbs ups, the whole 9 yards. We're going member only comment now. Please consider becoming a member of this channel and join the family here, the finest family YouTube has. As far as I'm concerned, there is no better family than this family. I thank you all so much for coming through. Again, for another day of fun in the markets. Giddy up, I say. Let's make some dough. Do not fear the upside. Get ready to make some cash and get richer. It's just that simple. 137 thumbs ups are in the house. Thank you to all of you who from time to time will post a message letting me know how long you've been a member of the channel. Appreciate that. Of course, those of you who are members, you can do this as well. First of all, you say thank you, Larry Titus, for hitting the bells because we're open now, and then hit those knee emojis. The Knights of Knee will work it out for you, though. Do not cross the Knights of Knee when it comes to making money in this market. Knee, we like to say around here. The Knights of Knee, our little inside joke. Become part of the party. Thank you, Larry Titus, for joining in as always. Hector, thank you for hitting the Knights of Knee emojis. We love it. Trying to make money in this crazy world in which we live, and it's available. You just have to want it. You really, really have to want it. Okay, we are ahead on the morning. 45-point start upside for the Dow. Nothing serious, nothing too crazy. Untamed Viking is here. Neat. DQ, neat. I'm here. Thank you. 180.54 on Tesla is, I think, what we're trading at. If I'm not mistaken, Tesla was a little lower. I'm not sure if it's still that low or if it's recovered. 183 on one device now. Let's see. We're down. We're up 1 penny on AI. We're up 33 on Unity. We're down 23 on. Now we're down 2.3 cents on Cyxtera, I think, right now. Not 100% sure on that either. We just barely opened, so I can't be sure to trust my even my phone at the moment. We'll keep you posted. I think we're up on Tesla 182 or something. We're up about 240. SoFi at 584, up 2 cents. GameStop 22.49, up 23. John Anderson, neat. Alberto, I believe you lost a member today, so send me an email as to their subscription. If it was gold or just a member, I will send you the full year subscription fee for the year. Thanks for all. Thank you for all you do. I have no idea if who and what is going on. If there's anyone here that is no longer a member, I have no idea. I haven't been reading the comments while I'm yapping away here. So whatever is going on. Karen, neat. Members come and go. No question about it. Sometimes people, shift their priorities and go elsewhere. It's okay. It's all right. Love it when new people join and renew and grow and become more knowledgeable and make far fewer mistakes on the market. Number one way to make money, not to lose any. And that's the number one way to make money in the market, is not lose money. So congratulations, all of you. Thank you all. Here we go. Fun times at the OK Corral, as they say. I'm showing the Dow up 57. I got S&P up 12 points. Nasdaq's up 83 points. Oil market, oil in Texas down 29 cents right now to 82.97. U.S. stocks open higher after the PPI, Producer Price Index report, shows wholesale inflation posts biggest drop in 3 years. Well, okay, that's a little misleading. I mean, we had no inflation for the last 1 year of the last 3 years. There wasn't any, so of course it would be the largest. I mean, wow, you gotta love these clickbait headlines. But anyway, it's true. A white feather, I picked up 300 CYXT at 40 cents. Giddy up, Deuce, Caboose, Bruce, I'm number 140. Welcome to the channel today. Dude, I got that, everybody. Don't lose money. Very important safety tip. Make money, just make money. Don't lose money. Make sure you don't lose money from silly mistakes. That's really it. You're gonna have good and bad days in the market, but boy, you want to avoid really dumb investments if you can. Hard sometimes to resist, opportunities out there. But what can I say? It looks like Cyxtera has traded 500,000 shares already, but I don't want to believe this. I don't know if this truly is accurate. I'll have to wait a while before I really know, is this true or is it not true? I don't quite know if we've had that kind of volume so far today. I do believe, though, we are up 46 on the Dow, so we seem to be better off there. We got S&P up. We got NASDAQ higher. Oil down 22 cents. The 10-year Treasury, 3.387 right now. According to CNBC, Delta Airlines posts quarterly loss but forecasts profit as peak travel season approaches. There you go. We'll see what's going on there. Yeah, time will tell. Never a dull dull moment. Let's take a look at this over here. According to our friends at CNBC, Cyxtera is trading at 36.98 cents on 550,000. To me, it sounds like a block trade was traded in one shot. It sounds like somebody had to offload 500,000 shares. Somebody was looking to buy 500,000 shares. This is a guess. And it was agreed to do it at around 37 cents a share. And the trade is done. And now we'll see how the shares react from here, if they improve or not. This is possibly what's going on, because we've only traded 552,000 total now. It's been kind of quiet now for about 3 minutes. That first trade went through and now nothing. So this is obviously a prearranged one-off trade. 37.3 cents a share now on Cyxtera. We're up from 35.9 to 37.3. So I think the recovery is already underway over there off of that block trade. That's my hunch. AI is down 29 cents. The Dow's up 11, 12 points. Unity is up 47. Cyxtera is now 36.2. GameStop 22.40, up 16 cents. SoFi 5.89, up 7. Tesla up $1.30. ATIP up half a penny, almost 25 cents. Apple up 2.37. HPQ down 12 cents. First Republic Bank down 13. Google up 2.25. Moderna up $2. Cisco up 9 cents. Pfizer down 4. IBM down 1.79. Microsoft $2 higher. ME is up 2.5 cents. Matterport up 6 cents. Rocket Lab up 8 now. SmartRent up a penny, and Spire up 1.3 cents. So it's a little green on the former SPACs over there. Bed Bath Beyond down 1.8 cents at 26.3 cents a share. Amazon up 132. Home Depot down 99 cents. Netflix having a big day today, up $13. I don't know why, but it is. Vanik up 13 cents. Adobe up 7.30. Goldman down 2.97. Boeing down 40 cents. Meta, which is Facebook, up 4.12. AMC is up 13 cents. The Ape shares are up 5 cents. Royal Caribbean is down 13 cents. Carvana down a penny. Robinhood up a penny. BlackBerry up 12 cents to 4.50. Norwegian down 9 cents. Carnival up a dime. Target down 34. JP Morgan down 1.40. Costco up 2.93. Walmart up 23 cents. Disney's up 99 cents. It's now trading at 98.93. Nvidia up 28 cents. American Airlines up 6 to 13.06. That's what I see so far this morning as we are just gearing up for the day. Thank you all for being here. Your GameStop up 15 cents at 22.41. Stories are out today about GameStop, AMC, and Coinbase that these stocks might be squeezable with regards to short selling. In other words, squeezable means that they might be able to be pushed higher. Don't know if that's truly going to happen or not. GameStop's up at 15 cents, so I don't get too excited. Never resist the dumb investment, says DQ. Dude, so if you aren't rolling up your calls, you are losing money. Very important. Deuce, that was more of a that was more like a Bruce, like the crowd is booing you as opposed to a 13-year-old boy. I don't know what's going on. Little chaos. I see the volume on the Cyxtera at 560,000. Yeah, I think it was one trade. Deuce, Bruce, I haven't watched in a couple of weeks. Should we still nibble at ATIP, Spire, or chill for a little bit? If you can afford to scoop some of this stuff, pick it up. Average yourselves down. Amy, Alberto, that's really nice of you to cover the whiners who quit. Obviously, he's not making any money. Laugh out loud. Manager number 145. Merca 144. Manager, Netflix is up because I shorted it. That's why it's up, manager says. I know how this game works. They're picking on me. We're down 15 on the Dow. We're up 11 on S&P. We're up 113 on NASDAQ. Thank you, everybody, for caring about me and my channel. As I say, if option writing it works for you, great. If you're making money on it, great. If you treat it right and you treat it as a long-term strategy, I think you'll do rather well. But you've got to be disciplined, and you've got to let the profits come to you, because as you understand, those of you who've been here a while, you realize there are days where the markets have a terrible time and profits just come rolling in. Every one of you, all of a sudden, you just go, wow, I can't believe what happened. And then there are weeks where nothing much is going on, and you're asking yourself, "Why am I doing this?" And if you are of the wrong kind of ilk, that might be too much for you to bear, and some of you, give up in frustration. This is normal life. I mean, this is life 101. I mean, how many people have you known in your lifetime that have a talent for this or this or this, but just can't see the talent through to success because they have other personality traits that negate all the greatness that they have? This is the world in which we live, and there are some times where people make the wrong move at just the wrong time, and they pay dearly for the wrong move at the wrong time because they just don't believe in their convictions, or they just don't have the ability to see through short term whatever. I don't know. It's there's a million reasons why some people are successful and some are not. There's a million reasons, and I can't cover them all. That's all there is to it. Welcome all to the party, and nonetheless, I'm glad you're here, and hope you're going to do well today. Let's see how it works out. 34.8 on the 6th air, now down to nickel. It's a bargoon here. I'm thinking 727,000. Someone's back. We were talking about this yesterday, the day before yesterday. Someone stopped selling the stock, and it got really quiet, and it bounced up to 40, 41 cents a share like nothing. And now here we are at 34 cents a share. Someone is selling again. I don't know how many. I don't know who it is. Could it be SoftBank? I'll throw that out there. SoftBank unloaded all their Alibaba stock. They've been offloading stock left, right, and center. Maybe it's SoftBank. Maybe it's a friend of SoftBank. Maybe it's an affiliate friend of SoftBank. I don't know. I don't know who bought all the shares of all the SPACs when the SPACs were being created at $10 a piece. There were a bunch of institutional hedge fund investors buying up all the $10 pipe investing stock that every SPAC created. Every one of them. Because there were success stories where some of the SPACs went up to 40, 50 bucks a share. And these folks were making some serious coin, and they thought this was their ticket to greatness. Just like many investment firms pushed investors into IPOs. You will recall when IPOs were all the rage in 2020, 2019, 2018, you weren't even allowed to buy an IPO. You couldn't find a broker to get you into an IPO. You had to buy it in the open market. There were brokerage firms out there going after institutional investors, trying to manage all their money for them by offering them a window into IPOs. That was the bribe. If you let me manage your $1 billion account with a 2% management fee and a 20% take of the profits, I'm going to get you in the front door of IPOs. And a number of these outfits took advantage of this opportunity, and they bought thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of shares of IPOs at $20, $30, $40, $50. And these entities would start trading on the open market at $100, $120, $150, $250 a share and up. And these entities were immediately flipping out all the shares they just got for 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks, making 5, 10 times their money and a loving life. And the brokers are saying, you see, your 2% fee is already covered. I've already covered my fee by making you a nice little buck on this IPO because all the retail saps out there are buying it up. Well, part of these outfits were buying every single SPAC coming out at 10 bucks a share. They were trying to get as many shares as they could on the prospectus, and they were looking to buy as many shares as they could on the pipe financing that private companies would get when they took over the SPACs. I'm guessing, purely guessing, is it possible that a SPAC investor on CYXT that bought this stock 3 years ago, 2 years ago, has got all kinds of money problems somewhere else, all kinds of derivative trading issues, all kinds of cash calls, margin calls, I don't know what. And all of their shares in all the companies that they invested in are being blown out, one of which happens to be Sixter. Is that possible? I'm saying it is possible because I've been in this business and I know how this business works. This brokerage business takes no prisoners. and makes everyone a prisoner at the same time. And when some client has a problem with their accounts, everything they own is liquidated. And maybe that's what's going on here. Maybe that's what's going on here. I don't know. When the selling ends, and I don't know when, 850,000 traded, we're at 33.9, then it can pop. I don't know how many have to be sold. I don't know who it is, how long it's going to take. I got nothing. Just a guy in front of a computer talking to his viewers saying, here's what I think could be going on. Unless you have a story, you can tell me that you've got a source that tells you exactly what it is. Let me know. I'd love to hear it. But that's what's going on right now. 33 cents a share on CYXT, down 6.8 cents. And there you go. There's the deal. Okay. Dude, real heads know Uncle Bruce is the GOAT. Uncle Bruce can do no wrong for the amount I've made and learned. Alberto, dude, exactly how I feel. Thank you guys. You guys are too kind here. We are looking at the Dow up 3.3 points. AI is up 14 cents. Unity's up 71. Cyxtera is 33.2 cents right now. Gamestop 22.59 up 33. SoFi is up 9 cents to 5.91. Tesla's up to 2.13. ATIP 25 cents, up 0.3 of a penny. Apple up 2.81. HPQ down 8. FRC down 8 cents. Google up 1.90. Moderna up 3.49. What can I say? Spare, I bought another 35 units for day trading. If it goes to $2 this year again, I close them to refill the cash I was spending for the other 100 and an average of 54 cents. Not sure which he's referring to, but he's scheming over there. Cisco up a penny. Pfizer up 3. IBM down 1.97. Microsoft up 1.98. ME is up 4.1 cents. Matterhorn, make that Matterport, is up 5.5 cents. Rocket Lab up 9.3 cents. SmartRent down 1.5. Spire down 1/10 of a penny at 59 cents. BBBY, Black Bed Bath Beyond, down 2 pennies to 26 cents. You remember when it used to be $30 and Ryan Cohen was involved? Man, oh man. Home Depot down 2.46. Netflix is up 12.28. Vanik down 53. Adobe up 6.27. Goldman down 72. Boeing is up 42. Meta is up 4.50 right now. Yes, fun times, kids. Disney up 120. Nvidia down 68. And American Airlines up 2 pennies. There you go. There it is. Okay, 25.9 point gain on the Dow. 13 on S&P, 108 point gain on NASDAQ, which is now 0.91% higher. The Dow's up 0.06 of a percentage point. It's a complete differential here. Oil off. It's now down 50 cents a barrel to 82.76. 82.76. Oil is dropping in Texas just a little bit more. There it is. There it is. Thank you all. What else going on here? Splair. So I don't care what they do with the Cyxtera. I just gobbled up on the cheap. There you go. Cyxtera now 32.7, down 7.1 cents a share. Someone is being blown out, mercilessly being blown out. I don't know who. I don't know how many. 906,000 have gone through now. We're at 32.7. How low it'll go? Don't know. What's a bargain price to pay? Here. I think this is a bargain price. But I can't tell you the low, what will be the low of the day or the low of all time. 32.8 last trade on Cyxtera shares. Can it pop back to 40 in no time? Yeah. Will it? I don't know. Can't answer these questions at the moment. Can only tell you what I see, and that's all I can do. Do the best I can with what we've got. Thank you all, everyone, for being here. We now have 149 thumbs ups in the house. I say to that, neat. Thank you very much for 149 thumbs ups. Keep them coming in if you can hit them. And we will run it to 200 today. Sometime today, we will hit 200 thumbs ups, and it's because of you, wonderful viewers, helping out. I appreciate it. The Knights of Knee will look after all of you and your shares. Do not worry. The Knights of Knee are not to be messed with, and you shall do fine. Splair, neat, Nico, neat, Splair, neat. There they go. The Europeans are all over it. Thanks, kids. Having too much fun. Mirko, neat. Oh, man, you guys are awesome. Appreciate it. Oh, good times. Never a dull moment in this world. My gosh, we have so much going on. So much. Rocket Lab's up a dime now to 406 again. When is it going to go to $20 a share? How long do I have to wait? SoFi 594. When are you going to 10, $20? Come on, SoFi. We're ready for you to go there. We're up 29 on GameStop, 22.56. Let's go. Let's get richer. Matterport up 5 cents. 23andMe up 5.5. Come on. We're down a penny on Spire. ATIP up a third of a penny. We got Smart Rent down 1.5 cents. That's got to go. Come on, baby. Let's go. Sextera down 7 at 32.81. 32.81, down 7 cents or so, 6.5 cents. Apple up 306. Goldman down 50. Cisco up 6 cents. Tesla up 336. Arc Innovations up 116. Microsoft up 199 to 285.48. Bed Bath Beyond down 1.9 cents. Pfizer up 2. HPQ down 13. Google up 204. Amazon up 210. Nvidia down 37 cents. And Unity now up 93 to 29.84. That's what's going on right here, right now on this marketplace, everybody. Welcome to the party, pals. 152 thumbs ups. And Odin's Pumpkin member for 23 months. It's almost a 2-year anniversary. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Odin's Pumpkin, for 2 years of loyalty to this channel. I tell you right now, I thank you very, very much. That is wonderful. We got a message from Bama Babe. Catch you guys later. Headed to the French Quarter Festival in New Orleans, about a 5-hour drive. Make that money right on Bama Babe. Have a great time today. Credit Savage. Okay, a few days ago, as an experiment, I bought 75 $7 SoFi options for May the 5th. My stink bid was a dime. And slowly but surely, they've been climbing, and they're staying up now at 16 cents. Come on, baby. Making 6 cents on 75 contracts. Giddy up. Oh, that's 60% more than what you paid for it. There you go. SoFi is coming out with earnings in less than 2 weeks, I think, right at the end of the month, isn't it? Maybe in a little over 2 weeks. May 1, I think. And so maybe SoFi might climb a little bit between now and earnings release. That would be interesting. 594, up 12 cents on your SoFi. Go, SoFi, go. Make make Credit Savage richer. Ryan Cohen tweet, I just got off the phone with what was once a great American brand. Lots of problems, no accountability for high-paid execs, and little interest in my help at no cost. This could get interesting, says Brian. Yes, that could be is it Nordstrom? That's the company he bought into, didn't he? He bought into Nordstrom a little while ago, and he is trying to help them turn it around. The folks at Bed Bath & Beyond didn't want his help, and they paid a terrible, terrible price. Stock was $30 a share while he was trying to talk to them. It was 20 to $30, trading like crazy. How many you wanted? 20-odd cents a share. What about Nordstrom? He's trying to help out there. Might be being spurned. I don't understand why I can understand it. I should say I know. I really do know why they don't want his advice. If you're the CEO and CFO and COO and a board of director, and you're the senior management of this juicy job paying corporation, why would you want to rock the boat and cut your pay by 90%? I mean, who wants to work for nothing? Under the Ryan Cohen method, he's going to devastate and decimate senior management and replace them with much cheaper people, just as qualified. I get it. He did it at GameStop. It's working. GameStop's costs have dropped dramatically at the senior level, and he's doing this across the board, and now GameStop is making money. If he does this at, is it Nordstrom? I think it's Nordstrom. Well, there you go. But they didn't want to do it over at Bed Bath & Beyond. None of those guys wanted to take a pay cut, and so they're running it into the ground. And he walked away from it. I don't know. Mandu number 5. Here's the 153rd thumbs up for you, Bruce. Thank you very much. We are rolling on the thumbs ups. Keep them coming in, kids. We do appreciate this. Yeah, I love that story, Brian. I love it. I did catch that quote earlier on Twitter today. It is interesting to see what's going on. AI up 46 cents. The Dow is down 6 points. We've got S&P only up 11 now. The NASDAQ is still up 105, but it's not climbing any further. We got Unity up 99 to 29.90. Sextera now back to 33.6 cents a share after bottoming out at 32, won 1.1 million shares so far today. 33.6 cents last trade. Gamestop 22.55 up 29. SoFi 5.92 to 5.94. Tesla up 3.50. ATIP 3/10 of a penny higher. Apple up 2.88. HBQ down 11. FRC First Republic Bank down 9 cents. Google up 2.36. Moderna's up 4.25. Cisco's up 6. Pfizer up 3. IBM down $2 to 126.5. Microsoft up 193 at 285. ME up 5.5. Matterport up 7 cents. We got Rocket Lab up 13.5. Smart Rent down 3. Spire up a third of a penny. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you for those of you who have been taking advantage of the 5-for-4 class deal on my channel here. If you would like to get 5 classes for the price of 4, make a donation to the PayPal account on down below here, and send me a private email, and I will send you the 5 classes you like, including number 15 that we just did on Saturday. We should have that available late today or tomorrow. Very close. Thank you all. Thank you. Brian, Uncle Bruce, I forgot to tell you. I asked for a raise 6 months ago. Just heard back 2 days ago. They were giving me a raise of 5%. They said it's better than nothing. There you go. You were right. I can't wait to run my own business managing my investments. Yeah, they are giving you a pay cut. 5% with 7, 8, 10% real inflation. You have been insulted by your employer, and you have been told in no uncertain terms, you're not that valuable to us. We feel you are replaceable, and they're offering you 5%. That's it. 6 months ago. 6 months ago. That is a slap of disrespect. And I know that Brian and many others, majority of others out there, are treated exactly like this, to your face or behind your back. It's being done. It is absolutely being done. Carlos, Uncle Bruce, I did not listen to your advice, and I heard it again this morning regarding GameStop. I have 8 GameStop covered calls at 19. I got 215. They expired on the 16th of June, and they went as high as 690 on March the 22nd. Well, you just got to take a look at rolling them forward. Maybe you can move into September, October calls. Maybe you can move up to 2021s, 22s, and move up from 19. That's the name of the game, Carlos. Just making it better. Carlos is saying it's like rolling up the rim to win. Carlos, now they are 440, looking to roll over to higher strike price to October. There you go, my friend. That's just saw your comment. Nick is saying to Brian, yeah, what a joke. That's unbelievable. Ed Hawkins, we voluntarily offered a 25% raise to a few staff, and it was rejected. Amazing. Jen just got here, so I'm going to read Carlos's comments. So Carlos says, no, not Carlos. I'm sorry. It was not Carlos. It was Brian's comment. Here it is. Brian. Oh, Uncle Bruce, I forgot to tell you. I asked for a raise 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Just heard back 2 days ago. They're giving me a 5% raise.
Okay.
They said it's better than nothing.
Okay. Well, it is better than nothing, I suppose.
But it's a pay cut.
Yeah.
It's a slap in the face.
Well, it means you're still slipping because cost of living is greater.
Bingo. Do you hear that? Richard Carlin, good morning. Auntie Jen.
Good morning.
Carlos, yes, playing the game as you suggested. Right on that. Carlos, yeah. I think you will be able to find a call option, depending on how far out you go, worth more or as much as what the cost is of your call now, and you'll get a higher strike price. That is the name of the game here, my friend. You definitely want to move up the ladder here. We've got GameStop at $22.48, up 23 today. Splitter, I think I sit on $19 as well, but in September, after getting over 600 for them, just take more time when possible. In worst case, you have to roll over. There you go.
So we're having a nice little bump today.
Yeah, we're down 9 on the Dow, though. John Anderson, good morning, Jen.
Morning, John.
We were up 50, 60 points on the Dow.
We were listening to you on the radio yesterday. John Anderson.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what's that song called? Tequila. Tequila Nights.
I'm not telling you anymore.
I don't remember. We were listening to John
On a
Anderson
straight tequila night.
on a straight tequila night. Love that. I like that song. I've always liked that song. But the other one was Seminole Wind. I think that was another hit of his.
Another yesterday we heard. Oh gosh, we heard like 2 or 3. Came up on the road.
Yeah. I remember about 4 or 5 years ago or longer. This is probably pre-COVID now.
Okay.
Jen and I were driving back to Canada from down here, and we're in the car, and we drove through Vegas and through Salt Lake City. Came into we left Vegas and we were heading north, and we were heading through Nevada, the northern part of Nevada, and the last town in Nevada before you cross into Idaho is Jackpot, Nevada. Love that name for a town.
Yeah.
What, 500 people live there? I don't know, 3,000 people. Anyway, Jackpot, Nevada, and we were driving through, and the headliner at whatever the name of the casino is there, John Anderson, was playing.
See, he gets around.
And I've thought to myself, he already had these hits, Seminole Wind and Straight Tequila Night, and he hadn't had a hit in a while, and here he is now in Jackpot, Nevada. It's not Vegas, it's not Reno. It's not
big of an arena.
It ain't Nashville. It's not Louisville. He's in a smaller.
But he's getting paid.
But he's still working, and he's still playing, and he's playing music, and I don't think he wants to do anything else. And so, God bless you, John Anderson. No matter where you are, whether this is the John Anderson or another John Anderson.
No, it's a very particular name. I'm sure there's not.
We love John Anderson's. Splair, yeah. Good morning, Jen. Splair, neat. John Anderson, Seminole Wind, yes.
Yeah.
Brian, FYI, yesterday GameStop wine was the second lowest. So 533,000 pre-split. Is anyone thirsty? It's dry in here. These pretzels are making me thirsty. Mirko just shorted Nordstrom. Already up on the trade, says Mirko. Zed Estate. Uncle Bruce, I have those GameStop 20s expiring in June. I sold them for $2. Should we roll or wait? I'm just waking up. Always be looking to roll. Always. If you're upside down, always take a look for an opportunity. Can you write October 22s? Can you write October 23s? Can you write Novembers? Can you write Decembers? Can you get more money than $2? Can you get way more than what these calls are trading for? Time. It's time to look. Always time. Slayer, I think you mentioned it last year with this fancy town named Jackpot, Nevada. Carlos, on my $19 covered call expiring June, my current strategy is for the time depreciation. Though my emotion tells me I am gambling and I should roll over for a high strike price to September, October call. That's a no-lose trade, in my opinion. If you can roll for higher money now and a higher strike price now, there's no gambling here. That is the move you make. Zed Estate, 152 thumbs up, Bruce. Rock and roll. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Zed. Zane got his postcard. Finally, we tried to mail that several times. Finally got it out. He got it. He got it. 161 thumbs ups. We need 39 more to make it.
Palm Desert on his refrigerator.
I'm sure that postcard is on a bulletin board somewhere, stapled to his chest, underneath his shirt. I'm sure.
Right over his heart.
Right over his heart, where it damn well better be. There you go. Yes. Bagel babe, but don't ask her on a straight tequila night. That's right. Don't ask her on a straight tequila night. She'll be looking. She'll start thinking of him. She'll be ready to fight. Oh, don't be doing that. Blair, I use time and stock value, but on the other hand, I am sometimes after a buyback for a couple of days or sometimes 1 or 2 weeks naked on the stock. Always be writing. Oh my God. Bama babe, now I have to pause the stream and go listen to John Anderson because of you. You put that worm in there. Don't ask her on a straight tequila night. She'll start thinking about him and she's ready to fight. Blames every broken, what was it? Blames
her broken heart.
Blames her broken heart on every man in sight. On a straight tequila. That's right. Jackpot, Nevada. Don't mess with her in Jackpot, Nevada. If she's got tequila on the bar, don't go near her.
there's a glass
Oh,
of
if there's
Chablis
a
and
glass-
some quarters and change.
That's right. If there's a glass of Chablis and some quarters and change, you might have a shot here. But other than that, tequila. Oh, don't go near her on a straight tequila night. No.
Oh, tequila's so bad.
Oh man, Carlos, thank you, Uncle Bruce. I had to listen to you class number 11 and 12 again and again to finally make sense on strategy for rollovers and always be writing. That's why you take these classes. Carlos knows what he's talking about. Finally, way to go, buddy.
You can watch it over and over.
You can watch it over and over again. Yes, the postcard has been displayed.
Oh,
The
good.
postcard has been displayed. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Rock and roll. People are going to go, where's that? Ooh, that looks nice. That looks like a really nice place. Oh, I wouldn't mind going to a place looking like that. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Ooh, boy. Where'd you get that card from? How did you get one of those? And some of you got the other card. You got the other one. There were 2 sent out. Oh, yes.
We couldn't decide. So
there you go. So I just couldn't write at 16, even though I was scared. Games goes to 14 and lower. Then I better wait for 18 and above, and I get $100, $200 more premium per option. It's just my rollover avoid strategy. It's all good, Splair. It's all good. You're good. You're going to be fine. Kids, you're up 30 points on the Dow, 15 on S&P, 122 on NASDAQ. That is the story. Traders raise their expectations. Here's the headline. Traders raise their expectations for a Fed pause through at least June, with rate cut almost certain by the end of the year.
A rate cut?
Rate cut. Dreaming. They're dreaming in Technicolor.
Yeah.
Nah, good. They're not going to do it. Nah, good. No.
On that, I'll leave.
On that. Right on, Jen. And Jen's going to do her exercises, get that strip, that hip even stronger so she can kick me in the head anytime she wants. Oh, I'm in trouble. Oh, the ninja. Whew, what can I say, everybody? Welcome to the party, pal. AI up 40, Unity up 106. Cyxtera up 33.8 cents a share now after bottoming at 32 on 1.345 million, 1,345,000 volume. And Cyxtera now 33.8 cents a share. We may have bottomed out here. I don't know. There doesn't seem to be any selling anymore. I don't know. That's where we're at. GameStop 22.51 up a quarter. SoFi up 11 to 593. High of the day 596. Volume 3.25 million. Dead quiet over there. Telling me no selling. There's no serious buying, but there's no selling either. And the stock is up on light volume. Oh, that tells me people are going, hey, earnings are coming up on SoFi. Maybe I should wait until after earnings to really decide what to do with this stuff. I don't think I may wait. Maybe I don't want to sell this right now. Maybe. And others are going, hey, oh, wait, earnings are coming up. The last 2 times they made earnings, they beat their projections. What if this time they beat the projections and are profitable now? Oh, they could have turned the corner here. Don't you think we should get in now? Maybe 594 is a deal here, a bargain. Because at 994, it sure makes me look like a bloody genius. Yeah, I would say it looked like a bloody genius at 994. 1294, even more genius-like, Einstein-like. Anyway, credit savage. I'm trying to roll these 10 $20 AI April 21s, which I'm up 60% in, and go to July 22 and a halves. Plus get a $2,000 premium, seeing if anyone bites. Come on, daddy needs more diapers. There you go, baby. We got to get me some more diapers. Giddy up, kids. Giddy up. 594 on SoFi. Tesla, 184.56 up $4. ATIP up 0.3 of a penny. Nothing going on in ATIP. It's sitting on 5,000 volume, just sitting there. Unbelievable. Apple up 308. HBQ down 11. First Republic Bank down 15 cents. Google up 240. Moderna is up $6. Cisco's up 19. Pfizer up 3. IBM down 221. Microsoft down 315. ME is up 6 cents. Matterport's up 8 cents. Rocket Lab's up 15 cents. Smart Rent down 2. Spire down half a penny. Oh my goodness. Come on, get with the program, you guys. We're up 28 on the Dow. 16 on S&P. We're up 131 on NASDAQ. 1.1% at the moment. 0.06% gain on the Dow. The Dow is not participating in the run-up. S&P is only up 0.4 of 1%. Not much going on. Oil down 51 cents a barrel. $82.75 right now. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Brian, Twitter's partnering with eToro, so users can trade stocks. Twitter's becoming a broker. I don't know if that's going anywhere. The Credit Savage. So CRISPR just went up almost 12% to almost $60, just because some strategist says they're a $100 stock in the future. Laugh out loud. If I liked shorting companies, that is the one I'd look at. Laugh out loud. I wonder. Interesting, isn't it? The Dow up 26, AI up 59, Unity up 111 to 30.02 on Unity. Cyxtera 34.1 now. Cyxtera is only down 5.8 cents. It's coming up again on about 20 more thousand shares. 34.1. It's climbing again. GameStop up 31. SoFi up 11. There you go. Giddy up, everybody. Having fun around here. 166 thumbs ups, everyone. Thank you. And thanks again to all of you out there, letting everyone know how long you've been a member. Odin's Pumpkin, 23 months, a follower of this channel. Sell My House, Fasten Up on Marvel, popped up a bunch of knee emojis after that. Thank you. Just noticing them there. Welcome one and all to the party. We got 20 minutes to go on this show today, and rollovers are definitely part of the equation. But opportunity knocks. Neat, I say to all of you out there, enjoy the ride that they're giving you. 34.35 cents a share on Cyxtera, down 5.4 cents. Looks like a little recovery wave is coming in there as we speak. Congratulations, everybody. Jep is saying, hi, Uncle Bruce. I sold 12 May Unity $33 contracts for $2.99. It's now at 30. Roll down or fold my arms. I've sold $33 contracts for May. So that's coming up next month. Well, if you are able to score even 32s for June or July, you might get more than $2.99, add more money to your account. Perhaps allow you to buy more deep in the money calls, write more contracts, leverage up. You never know. Worth investigating. You never know. But hey, 30.08. We're up 125 today. Whatever. Just because the shares have gone up, these contracts have gone up. But that means further out contracts have gone up as well. And there's a rollover possibility waiting. Perhaps. Sell My House, Fast Up or Marlboro. Uncle Bruce, I still hold my deep in the money GameStop 10s and 8s. They're expiring in January 2025. And I wrote two $19 calls for $4.22 a month or so ago. They expire in October. I don't know how much further I should roll out or just keep folding my arms. Whatever your thoughts on that. Well, you can look at a rollover if you want. Otherwise, look, the stock is sitting at, $22.50. Your 19s are worth $3.50 book value. They're trading above that, I'm sure. So there's time decay still. But if you can roll into Jan 24 20s or 21s or 22s, maybe there's that opportunity. Again, you always keep an eye on these option chains. You never stop watching them. And sometimes the opportunity comes along. Sometimes you just sit and wait. You don't do anything. Other times you move into higher strikes and pay a little bit of cash to do so because you can't get enough cash from the call you want to write versus the call you're selling. The call you're buying versus the call you're selling. But if you can move up enough and strike, it might be very worth your while. So, hey, don't be, I wouldn't worry about it. Where are we at? October 20. Those deep in the money calls have got to be looking good, though. So you got to love that. Interesting stuff. These October calls, these $19 calls for October, I guess they're at $5.55 to $6.15. So, you're upside down $1.30. Nothing serious. You really don't have a lot to worry about there. At the moment, at $5.55 value, that puts them at $24.55. The stock's at $22.50. There's almost $2 of premium here that will be eaten up. Now, that's between now and December or October. I mean, I get it. It's a ways. You might, like I said, look forward to maybe January 2024. I don't know. The January 24, 24, 21, 25s are 5.25 to 580. There's a premium gain there. 2250s offered at 530. That might be a break even. 25s, which are out of the money, offered at 4.5. So if you could get 445 and buy back the others for just over $5, that's a 50-cent payout to move up $6. I like that deal a lot. I like that deal a whole lot, even though they're January calls. Something to think about. Splayer, my comment, I think, lost. eToro is somewhat a social media platform already. Every stock is built like a Facebook group page where they can talk about it. Under the GameStop section, they're connected to a post during the hype. I found the comments on Russo can really be helpful if you filter with your mind the crap and the others crap. There's lots of crap out there. Chris Savage, no worry about Twitter. They have enough on their plate with those 30 billion euro lawsuits in Germany where they have not stifled hate speech on their platform, but the Germans don't play with that. Vilbus, I didn't get my rewrite on my roll yesterday. Just missed hitting my stink offer in the little afternoon pop. I'll get it written today regardless. There you go. Always put stink offers out there. You never know when they get hit. We're up 88 on the Dow. The Dow's finally adding a little bit of momentum here. We have been very, very, quiet here. We just have not been getting a good move on the Dow like NASDAQ. We're now up 95 points. S&P up 25 and the NASDAQ up 157. So the Dow is still only up a quarter of a point. The NASDAQ's up 1.32%. It's up 5 times as much. So, I mean, the Dow should be up 450. It's not. It's way behind. But it is a little better looking. Maybe that'll help some of your stocks where you can write nicely priced calls. See what happens. AI is up 63. Unity now up 114. Cyxtera 34 cents versus a 32-cent low of the day. 1.48 million now on Cyxtera. GameStop 2260 up 34. SoFi 593 up 11. Tesla up 417. ATIP is up 3/10. Apple up 333. Lots of threes there. HPQ down 7. FRC down 18. Google is up 258. Moderna is up 610. Cisco is up 36. Pfizer up 12. IBM down 180 a share. Microsoft down is up 4. ME is up 5.5. Matterport up 9. Rocket Lab up 16 to 412. Smart Rent down 1 penny. Aspire down 7/10 of a penny. Come on, man. Let's go. Amazon is up $3. Home Depot down 270. Netflix now up 10, but it was up 15, 14 earlier. Interesting. Vanning up 118. Okay, there you go. 100-point gain on the Dow at the moment. And there you are. Interesting markets, isn't it? Just fascinating. We are coming up to the 2-hour mark in about 13 or so minutes. Thank you all for being here today. We have thumbs ups now at 100 and what is it? What's 170 just about? Thank you all for coming through for us on the thumbs ups meters. Keep them coming, and thank you very, very much. Getting us to 200. Whew. No dull moments out there, are there? No, there aren't. Not at all. Another little wave of selling on Cyxtera, 33.96, 1.485 million. Seems to be the market right now. Okay. Just reading some of the headlines out there, see what people are saying. Headline here. Old planes get stripped for parts while airlines wait on new jets. From engines to landing gear, the hunt is on for aircraft parts as airlines prepare for swarms of summer travelers with new planes from Boeing and Airbus still in short supply. The search for parts leads some aircraft owners here, where older retired planes are stripped for parts that will be prepared to fly on other planes or repurposed altogether. This is from Coolidge, Arizona. Some parts can be turned into high-end furniture like $42,000 desks. What's left can be crushed into scrap and melted down. Until they're picked apart, the planes are stored in arid climates like the Arizona desert to avoid damaging weather and humidity. That's what they do, all right. The used parts business was worth about $3 to $5 billion before the pandemic, according to Mike Stengel, a principal at Aerodynamic Advisory. It's now riding a boom in global aircraft maintenance, repair, and overhaul, an industry that is set to expand 22% to $94 billion. Consulting firm Oliver Wyman estimated in a report in February. The current demand for aircraft parts is a result of the industry's deep demand swings resulting from the COVID pandemic. In an effort to cut costs when demand collapsed and amid travel restrictions, airlines raced to retire planes only to need aircraft later when demand returned. Carriers also deferred maintenance and prioritized using engines with more time left on them. Meanwhile, Boeing and Airbus are still trying to stabilize their supply chains and train workers after thousands left the industry during the pandemic's slump. One challenge is locating feedstock of aircraft. Travel demand is recovering, the International Air Transportation Association said last week. Global air traffic is nearly 85% recovered to the 2019 levels. In the U.S., it's already past that point. With deliveries of new jets behind schedule, airlines are holding onto planes longer, repairing or overhauling them, adding to demand for parts and labor. Last year, 273 commercial jets were retired, the fewest in almost 2 decades and half the number of 2019. There are supply chain issues across the aviation industry at the moment where these highly valuable parts made out of often rare and precious materials can't be produced quick enough, said Lee McConalogue, chief executive of EQ, a UK-based company that provides end-of-life services for aircraft. So airlines and maintenance companies alike have to find an alternate source other than brand new. EQ recently expanded, opening a facility here, adding to its portfolio that includes Spain and Wales. The new site features a crush pad where old planes are shredded before being carted off. Engine shops are already full, said Rob Morris, global head of consultancy at aviation data firm Cerium. Used material is in demand. Morris says it's also driving up the prices to rent engines. For example, a CFM56 engine that powers some older models of the Boeing 737 is renting for up to $65,000 a month, up from $55,000 a month last year, renting jet engines. Boeing and Airbus executives are planning to pick up the pace in production and aircraft deliveries this year. However, this switch could boost plane retirements and add aid supplies. Could bring down the price. There are a couple of stars that have to align for the retirement floodgates to accelerate, and one big one is Airbus and Boeing being able to consistently deliver aircraft according to schedule and for airlines to believe them, as Stengel says. So renting a jet engine for $65,000 a month, a little over $2,000 a day to rent an engine on your airplane. What? Wow. What you learn on this channel, huh? What this YouTuber learns every day is unbelievable. I'm still learning myself. It's wild. Isn't that something? Anyway, there you go. What can I say? George is saying, finally completed my move of 700 shares Gamestop to Robinhood, added a couple of grand cash and 2,500 in Robinhood, bought all poor man cover calls, went from 7 contracts to 23. Leverage is wonderful. Writing 23 calls at a time. Swear. Dude, it's just that I'm loyal to good things. That ideology of me when sometimes bad. I found the right channel, so it's worth it to stay for significant changes no work can do. A swear, no casual work, I mean. Lil Bus, I love to see a jet crusher grinder. I'd love to see those. I think you can see those on YouTube. I think there are YouTube videos showing jets being crushed, I'm sure. 112-point gain on the Dow Jones right now. S&P is up 25, NASDAQ up 158 at the moment. GameStop is ahead 32 cents here at 22.59 or so. AI up 58 cents. Unity is up 117. Cyxtera is now 34.4 at the moment, up from the 32-cent low of the day. 1.56 million. 34.4 cents a share on Cyxtera. Interesting. SoFi 592. We're just under $6, waiting for the breakout. Tesla 184.62, up $4. ATIP is up 0.6 of a penny now, 25.3 cents. Apple up 326. HPQ down a penny. First Republic Bank down 16. Google up 247. Moderna is up 575. Cisco is up 40. Pfizer is up 17. IBM down $1.70. Microsoft up 413 at the moment. That's the latest here I see on this market, folks. Welcome to the party, everybody. I'm glad to have you with me today. It's good to see you all. 174 thumbs ups are in the house. 26 left to go. That's all. Vilbus, no, who is this saying this? DH Ruda. Jet engines cost $2 to $2.5 million each. So renting one for $60,000. Isn't that something? Yes. Another way to afford it. Interesting business, the airline business, isn't it? Amazing. You know, I guess if you were an airline and you got 10 planes that each need 2 new engines, you know, newer, younger engines, you need 20 engines. You're going to go buy 20 engines? You can't find 20 engines from a 10-year-old aircraft just like that. You might have to scrounge and buy 3 of them, lease a few, rent a few. I mean, whatever you got to do. Now, if you're sitting on an old plane, you are an airline, and you've got a 15-year-old 737 that hasn't flown in 5 years, those jet engines on that plane might still have 2 years of life in them before they had to be replaced. You would be willing to rent those engines through a broker for someone else to use. They get refurbished and rented out for 2 years. $65,000 a month for both engines, $130,000 a month. That's $1.5 million getting from that aircraft over there. That's in storage. It's not flying anymore. You're not going to fly it anymore. You're going to get $1.5 million of your money back, having those engines go to somebody else. And then you're selling off the seats, and you're selling off the flaps, and you're selling off who knows what else, and you're just bringing in millions of dollars in money, paying fees to the brokers who are helping you do it. That leftover airplane might bring you $4, $5, $6 million that, you know, you might own it now. There's $5, $6 million of cash you could put into your other aircraft to keep them going. This is a game of juggling parts and engines and who knows what. It's unbelievable how complicated the airline business really is. Yeah. I think there are times where airlines make more money not flying planes than flying planes. I bet you they look at their aircraft fleets all the time and they go, any plane that is now 11 years old, 9 years old, 12 years old, anything between 9 and 15 years, we got to take out of circulation and just sell the damn thing for more money than it's worth to fly it. Amazing to me. It's absolutely an incredible business, complicated and multi-layered. The ability of mankind to find businesses within businesses is truly stunning. It really is something to behold. Thank you all so much for being with me today. You guys are great. Headline here, under the radar gem. This credit card offers a sign-up bonus worth up to $600 and generous points on travel, groceries, and dining. But should you bite to buy this credit card? And this is the Citi Premier card. What 10 leading financial sites have to say about the Citi card? Some rewards credit cards work amazingly for one category. say travel or dining or gas, but offer rewards in others. That's great if you want your rewards hyper focused on one thing, for sure. But if not, you might feel a bit ripped off. Enter the City Premier card. The card is now offering a lucrative 60,000 point sign-up bonus when you spend $4,000 on purchases in the first 3 months after opening your account. These points can be redeemed for $600 in gift cards for retailers like Apple, Bloomingdale's, Gap, Home Depot, Hulu, MGM Resorts, Nike, Nordstrom, Pottery Barn, Princess Cruises, and more via citiesthankyou.com portal. Pros tell MarketWatch picks that the City Premium Card is versatile because it offers generous rewards on restaurants, supermarkets, gas stations, air travel, and hotels. That's a solid group of key spending categories, says Ted Rossman, senior industry analyst at creditcards.com. What's more, the bonus earning categories make it easy to accumulate more points on your everyday spending like dining out, gas, and groceries, says Sinitra Horbrook, credit cards editor at The Points Guy. And you earn 1 point for every dollar spent on all other purchase. That said, there's a $95 annual fee. But don't take our word for it. Below are highlights from 10 of the leading sites. A valuable option for a wide variety of travelers, says Bankrate. One of the best earners on everyday spending, says The Points Guy. Rewards are easy to earn, but less valuable to burn, says NerdWallet. The Premier is a solid card, and cardholders can feel confident that they can earn lots of points on the long run, says CNBC Select. Reward seekers with good credit will find a lot to like in the City Premier card, says Wallet Hub. A rising star in the travel card space, says Value Penguin, although it adds that there's a lack of travel and purchase protections. There's little to dislike about the card, says Wall Street Journal's buy side. Offers a general travel rewards program and is broad. Its broad category coverage makes it a terrific standalone rewards card for everyday spending, says creditcards.com. People who prefer banking with Citi and eat out or travel often may find the City Premier card a good fit, says Credit Karma. The City Premier card has a strong value proposition for those with large amounts of spending across a wide variety of categories, says Forbes Advisor. There you go. There's a couple of thoughts there on that whole topic. Credit cards. I wonder if I should offer links to credit card offers on this channel. Should I set up an affiliate marketing program for credit cards and review them for you? And I'll get paid a referral fee every time you get one. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I need a sponsor like that. Love my members, I'll tell you that. Yes, Blair, hey, I just want to say have a relaxed and successful day. Tomorrow again, options expire. Giddy up, but it's only the second Friday. The first was Saturday. A Gonzo Cruiser 178 on your thumbs up meter, Bruce. You are going to hit 200 here. The Credit Savage, now for the opinion that matters most. The Credit Savage thinks this is a solid card if you want a card to hit many spots. There you go. Fantastic stuff. 96-point gain on the Dow now, 22.9 on S&P, 145 on NASDAQ. That is where we're at right now. Giddy up. Oil down 17 cents at 83.09. We now have a thumbs up meter of 180 going at the 2-hour mark of our show. Thank you all for helping out today with 180 of these. You guys are awesome. 20 more always come from after hours. The rerun watchers, thank you, rerun watchers, for thumbs ups. I do appreciate it very much. We break 200 points every day on this show. You guys are awesome for that. Folks, keep an eye on your markets. We'll keep an eye on it as well. Thank you for those of you taking advantage of the 5-for-4 class deal down there. Let me know if you're interested in that. Looking forward to getting class number 15 out to all of you shortly. Could be ready later tonight, tomorrow. We're very close to that. Have a great rest of the day, everybody. Make some dough out there. Enjoy the upside and everything else. 34.5 now on Sextera, down 5.4 cents after dropping to 32 today. Interesting trading pattern over there. We'll keep an eye on that. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. Have a great rest of your day, and we will talk to you next time on Stock Markets with Bruce. Thank you all. See you later. Bye for now.